This is my review of the video game Fallout Shelter. This is a really fun game. I'm really glad that I tried it. It's a free online game, free to play. You do not have to pay. I've been playing for many days now, and I have not given any money to the game, in part because I don't have the store enabled. It's really fun. It's definitely intermediate level game, but it doesn't have a supply chain or a resource chain. It has a very simple supply system. It's a very basic game, basic skills for the people in the game, and basic supplies. So it's more of a beginner intermediate game. The game is very slow paced. A lot of the things in the game take a long time to accomplish. For example, if you do a mission, you see it says 8 hours and 21 minutes. That's just to get to the point to do the mission. This one, they're going to be there an hour and 38 minutes. So you have to wait a long time for things to happen. This is the type of game where you can go in and play for 30 minutes and then exit, and then at lunchtime play for 15 minutes, and then at dinner play for 15 minutes. You know, I play like every 2 or 3 hours. I load up the game, play a little bit, and then exit. You have basic materials: food, water, electricity. You have basic skills. The skills are strength, agility, perception, charisma, luck, intelligence, etc. They do have clothing, which can give you a bonus to your skills. They do have weapons. Weapons will allow you to fight the enemies in the game. And there are pets. There are animals. They're not wolves and fighting dogs. They are cats and birds and animals like that. You have medical supplies, one for radiation, one for your hit points. You have a level, which is hit points, and you have happiness. So the rooms are very basic: food, water, electricity, and you have training rooms, and the training rooms will allow you to level up your people. For example, this person's going to level up in 17 minutes. The charisma will go up by 1 point. And you have, obviously, a residence. The people can reproduce if, for example, if you put men and women in the residence area, they can reproduce. The women can bear children, and the children will grow to adults. And as far as I know, there's no old age. Once you're either a child or an adult. There are enemies in the game. They're monsters, is what they are, and some of them are people with the Mad Max Road Warrior type theme. There are some enemies that are pretty tough. It's not a game for kids. The good thing about it is that kids can play the game because it's a very slow-moving game. So it starts out very slow. It's got a little bit of a learning curve because the game doesn't explain to you anything. It explains very little. It tells you just enough to get the game running, but that's it. Like, it doesn't explain to you very much about crew skills. About the skills of the people, etc. So, okay, so that noise is a special character in the game. There he is right there. If you find the special character, you get currency. So that's the basics of the game. You do have exploration. This is a quest, and what they do is they go and explore the wasteland, and they can collect currency, they can collect weapons, they can collect clothing, and there's no skill to this game. They fight automatically. All you do is get a report as to what is happening, unless you do a quest. What they're going to do is a quest where they're going to enter a vault, and they're going to search through. You will choose which rooms you go into. You can see my other videos on how it's done. And you open containers, you open cabinets, you fight monsters. The fighting is not a skill-based fighting. You only choose the player and the weapon. The fighting is done mostly automatic. There's very little interaction. There is a robot droid system. This is an example of what the quests look like. It's very well done. You can see what the rewards are. I usually get 1,000 or 2,000 currency, which is enough to build a couple rooms, and a lot of weapons, a lot of other things. It shows you how far you have to go, what level player you have to be at, like level 14 with 6 for weaponry, and you can assign 3 people to the team. You can see I've completed a bunch of quests, and you have daily missions, which are right here. You can earn currency and lunch boxes, which I don't have any. You can get, for example, the droid. You can get the pets in the game. I received 2 of them. This is an example of one of the more difficult fights. See, this person doesn't have a weapon. I'm going to give this person a weapon. No skill. Hands not on the keyboard. I will administer the medical repair. It might show up in another room. Maybe it's gone for good. But that's an example of the type of monster that you will be fighting in the game. And that's one of the medium in terms of skill that I've come across so far. I have 86 people. There were monsters that came in and killed 34 of my people. And luckily you can revive them. There's a feature to revive them. I was able to revive them all with a lot of luck and a lot of work. So these are all the buildings that you can build. Some of them are expensive. For example, one of them costs like 10,000. This one right here costs 10,000, the barber shop. The elevators, you see power generators, 200. Everything uses power. If people don't have food, they lose health. There's a lot of cute little intricacies to the game. For example, if they have agility, they'll fire faster. If they have strength, they'll do more damage. If they have luck, they'll find more materials. That was what's called the Mystery Stranger. If you hear the piano music, when I was at the bottom, I heard piano music, and that means that he's somewhere on the earth. So it's pretty good. You have limited storage. This is an example. I've got one weapon. Pretty much everybody has a weapon. These are the materials you use to build weapons with and clothing with. This would have my pet inventory. I only have 2 pets right now. These are the people that I have, the characters. Some of them might be children. These, at level 1, they were children recently. There's a radio station. You can broadcast to try and attract other dwellers. I've attracted a small handful, like 2 or 3. And that's a little bit about the game. You can work 2 people per room segment. This is a triple segment, which means it holds 6 people. The greater their skills, the faster they will generate resources. These are people that are improving skills. You can see in this case, they are exercising. They will need 6 hours in order to level up for endurance. You can see he's halfway leveled up. And that's why you would let them run overnight. So if I go to sleep and I wake up 6 hours later, he will have leveled up. So the game does play when you are not logged in. It is a fun game. I've been playing it for about 4 days now. I do enjoy the game. It's definitely intermediate, but like I said, more of a beginner intermediate. In terms of other tycoon games that I like to play, I would say like 2 Point Hospital is a more challenging game, a little bit more depth to it that you might enjoy playing. You do have to pay for it. This is a free game. I've played a lot of the older Tycoon games. I would definitely look for other games that are similar to this. Obviously, I played them in the 1980s. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Like I said, I've got 86 players. Let's see how far we can build. You can have 200 people, and I have not spent any money on this game at all. Don't even have the store connected. Okay, so it's a very good game. There's a lot of things you're not going to know, a lot of little secrets to the way the game operates that you'll have to figure out by reading on the internet. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.